Mama's gone mad. Mama's gone mad. Mama's gone mad.
Hi, I'm Brenna, and this is the Mama's Gone Mad podcast.
Mama's gone mad. Mama's gone mad.
So, thank you to everybody who's been asking about why I didn't do like a New Year's Day episode. Basically, I just needed a bit of time. We're still having technical difficulties as well. We're pretty sure that Alessia has broke my mic. I do have two mics, but that is the better mic. And I just needed some time. I may as well just explain it. So my periods are awful. I've spoke about them loads on here. I tell everyone about them. I couldn't care less if it upsets people. It's a period. Every woman gets one. It's crap. But mine are like particularly bad. They make me really ill. I've had on-off anemia for years, since I was like 15. They're very heavy, they're very painful, although since I was put on amitriptyline for my migraines, they've become less painful, so that's good. So I went back to the consultant the other day, and I've got a new consultant again. I can't remember the last time I had the same one 2 times in a row. But I basically explained to him all of my issues, and I said my pain is gone. I have no issues with that, but I said I need help in terms of obviously the heavy bleeding, and they make me very sick, and they also make me incredibly depressed. So every month I become very, very depressed very quickly. It's brief, but it's enough that it's not sustainable. We can't live with it. So I went and explained to them, and they said, well, are you still depressed even on the amitriptyline? And I was like, yeah, but it's only on my period. It's only once a month, and sometimes it's for an hour, and sometimes it's for 5 days. There's no way of telling how long it's going to be. But it's horrible. And so that mixed with the heavy blood loss, plus the fact that I struggle to eat and often I'm sick on my periods, meaning I often faint or at least collapse on my periods, as in I don't lose consciousness, but I physically can't hold my body up. Basically, they've decided to put me back onto Zoladex, which puts me into the menopause, medical menopause. So it's not a proper menopause, it's just it's like a fake menopause, but my body thinks it's real. And they're putting me on like a synthetic HRT, hormone replacement therapy, to see how that goes for 6 months. And then they've also referred me for CBT counselling, cognitive behavioural therapy. I'm trying to say too many big words right now. Cognitive behavioural therapy, which I've had a couple of times actually. I think I've had it twice, maybe 3 times in my life. But they just want to see if there's anything they can do in terms of whether the depression is actually linked to my hormones, or whether it's like my brain links periods to being bad. I don't fully understand it, but they've referred me, and basically me and Stuart were sat there and we agreed we would take anything, we would try anything at this point, because I really hit a low on, I think it was the 30th. No, it wasn't. It was the 2nd of January. It was in the morning, and I hit the lowest of lows. And then thankfully one of my friends came around that afternoon, and it all just got a bit better, as it does, but I really hit a low, and it was hard. And when you've got 3 kids to try and stay strong for, it's difficult, isn't it? This isn't really going to be an episode of topics as such today. It's just going to be, I think Lily's going to come through in a minute and come on, but I didn't want to talk about this in front of her. But yeah, it's been a bit hard. We've been struggling with James's behaviour as well, like really struggling. I don't know what it is. He's 7. He's in year 3, and honestly, it's become like living with a bully. and it's so hard because I love him dearly. I adore the bones of that kid, but he's really hard to live with because out of nowhere he'll become really nasty. And I know that you're probably listening to this thinking, oh, behave, he's 7, he's a child, like, grow up. It's horrible. He's nasty to his sisters, he's nasty to me and Stuart. The dog gets riled up with him. I don't know if it's like a thing of she's getting protective over us and sees him as a threat or what, but she gets riled up, so we have to separate her, we have to put her outside so that he can... And then we have to put him upstairs if we can to get him to calm down, but it's a fight to get him upstairs because then, you know, he just kicks off more and it's really hard to live with at the minute. It'll come out of nowhere. He'll be in the best mood, we'll just be having a laugh, and then he'll just become so nasty. And he'll just kick off and kick up a big fuss and kick doors and slam doors and punch walls. And I really thought that I was being a terrible parent, and I thought that it was our fault somehow. I thought it was maybe to do with my mental health. I thought something had triggered him. Maybe he was jealous of Alessia. And then I spoke to my friend. Her kids are exactly the same age as Lillie and James. Thank God. It's nice to have someone to turn to for things like that. And I just explained to her what was going on, and she said her son is exactly the same and she feels exactly the same. And she keeps crying and doubting herself, and she's like the best mum there is. So I was horrified to hear that she even doubted herself. I mean, I guess it kind of gives us a bit of hope that maybe we all do, but Jesus, it's been so hard to deal with. It's like living with a kid that isn't your kid at times. It's hard. And Lily's been struggling with that and keeps coming to me and saying, like, James and Alessia are demanding a lot of attention and she feels like she's not getting it. And I'm, like, trying to focus some of my attention more onto her and trying to ignore his behaviour, but it's hard because he'll, like, trash the house. But it's difficult, isn't it? You can't do right for doing wrong. There's no correct way to parent. My kids are loved, my kids are fed, my kids are clean and healthy and looked after and happy, but jeez, I just question everything I do. And then obviously when I had that law that I had on the 2nd of January, I just said to Stuart, like, you all deserve so much better than me. And that was how I felt. I felt like they deserved for me to not be around, and that was a horrible way to feel. So I'm glad that I'm going back on the Zoladex. And then I was checking my calendar because we're away a few times this year, so I was checking my calendar for when I'm due it and stuff, and thankfully it works around us, which is quite handy because you have to have it on the day that you do your period each month. So it can be an awkward bugger to have, but I'm relieved to see that it feels like everything's falling back into place. I've also been having loads of weird dreams, like ridiculously horrible dreams, like that my teeth are shattering. That Stuart was trying to take Lillie from me. God, what else did I had some seriously weird, horrible dreams where I was waking up in cold sweats and crying. It just feels like it's been like a really bad bout of like unhappiness in this house for a bit. And it's weird because we have the happiest of moments in between all that, and the happy probably outweighs the sad, but sometimes the sad's louder, isn't it, in your head? It's hard to describe. I don't know. I figured I would say it all because the one thing about... Sorry, I keep sniffing as well. The one thing about this podcast is that everyone says to me or to people, like, someone called my mum, it was like 3 weeks ago. No, it was before Christmas, so about 3 or 4 weeks ago. And she called my mum and said, like, I'm not a parent, but I listen to Brenna's podcast and I love it. It's so honest and real and raw. And that's what everyone says, how honest it is and how I just say what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling. And sometimes in real life people don't like that, but I guess that it's like you can listen to this behind closed doors, and sometimes I can be so direct and to the point that people think that I'm rude or even nasty, and I'm not. I'm just direct and to the point. That's how I've been for years, because when you've been through a bit of shit, that's how you become, isn't it? You either become very quiet or very direct and very straight up. and I became the latter. But this has been a mega long introduction. I'm 10 minutes in and this is still the introduction. But I just thought I would brief all of you listeners, you lovely, lovely listeners, on the reasons I haven't been as active on Instagram and why I haven't released episodes. It is just that. I've also been busy with something really exciting. God, how many people in the world know I'm doing it? My dad knows, my mum knows, Stuart knows, and 2 of my closest friends know. And that's literally it. Because in fact, one other person knows. And it's very exciting, but I hate to risk jinxing things, so keeping it very, very quiet for now, and just working on it as much as I can. But obviously, I will talk about that when it's quite ready to be talked about. So that's something positive to look forward to. Zoladex, I know that a lot of people wouldn't look forward to being menopausal, but I absolutely do, because I have hell played when I'm on my period. Another really annoying thing that's been happening for, how long have I had it? It's before Christmas, so maybe about 3 or 4 weeks again, is I've had tinnitus constantly. And that is doing my head in, because I lie down to go to sleep and all I can hear is it's so horrible. I can hear it now. It's so annoying. I am sure that I was going to say more. Oh yeah, I was going to say this. And Stuart, if you're listening, I love you so dearly. You are my best friend. You are the love of my life. You know that. I adore you. But Jesus, stop doing my head in. Today we were at football and Leslie was twining ever so slightly in a pram, literally just now and again. So he lifted her out and literally I was looking at him doing it, I was thinking, what are you doing? He lifted her out and let her walk a little bit around. So Lillie was playing a match indoors, so there's not a lot of space to walk around. He was letting her walk around the pitch. And Lillie had come off as to be a sub, so he walked around to see Lillie. And then as soon as he was bringing her back away, she absolutely kicked up such a storm, and Stuart could not see why I was mad at him. And I was like, because you got her out of a pram. Why would you get her out of a pram? And he was like, well, she was getting twiny. And I said, yeah, but now look, she was twiny compared to this. And he doesn't sometimes see consequences for stuff. He keeps doing little things that are just really, really winding me up. And it's annoying because we're in such a good place right now. Yesterday we had such a lush day. We even texted each other later on at night because I was getting the baby down to bed because she's in a toddler bed now and we're slowly getting her to take to it. And as I was getting her down to bed, he texted me and said he's had a really amazing day and it was the perfect day and he's loved it and just told me he loved me and that. And I was like, yeah, me too, love you. And then today I was like, Stuart, you stupid prick. Oh, the joys of being married with kids. And I was talking to Amy, one of my close friends. She was round yesterday. She came round. We went for a walk with the kids. God, this is really, I'm just extending this intro, but I'll do it. Yeah, it's my podcast, I'll do what I like. We went for a walk with the kids. I said, we're going to walk the kids to a play park, which is, it's an hour's walk or so. No, slightly less, a 40-minute walk or something. Make a bit of a thing of it, so walk them there to the play park for a bit and then loop back around and come home because it was a nice day. So we invited them along because her son is friends with Lillie and James, and then her other son is not much younger than Alessia, so it works out quite nicely. And so they came along, and then on the way home, Lillie was like, Mum, can Finn come round? So I was like, you better ask Amy. I'm happy for them too. So then Lillie asked Finn. So then Finn asked me. So then I said, ask Amy. So then Finn asked Amy. So then Amy asked me. And I was like, oh my God, just come round. So they came round and we opened some wine and had just a dead chilled out. Because by the time we got back, it was 4ish or something. So we just chilled out for a few hours and had some wine. And then Stu took them home when he went for our takeaway. Because he's still sober, so it's great. He just drives now. And we were talking about... I've totally forgotten. I've forgot. I feel like I've gone on an absolute bender there. Oh, we were talking about like when we first met our husbands and how it seems such a lifetime ago and how like different our lives are and how strange it is basically. And we couldn't believe the change like since meeting our husbands to now in the way we've changed and they've changed and life's changed and how, you know, when you first meet you don't really bicker or anything and then suddenly you've got a mortgage and kids and a dog and everything becomes very real and then you're arguing over like getting the baby out the pram or how they cooked it like Stuart tonight. I was watching Doctor Who with the kids. He was like, oh, I'll make dinner because we were just having frozen food tonight, which is very rare for us. So I was like, oh yeah, great. He just didn't make the baby any dinner. He just didn't make enough for the baby to have any dinner. So I just had to like scrape bits from all of our dinners to make her a dinner. And I was like, for God's sake, Stuart, like, do you ever feed her? And he was like, well, yeah, when I'm on my own with her. I was like, well, I should bloody well think so as well. Love you, Stuart. You're my best friend. Jesus. Oh, the joys of being stressed. But yeah, I'm going to go see if Lily wants to still come on the podcast. She might change her mind and it might just be me again in a minute. We'll see. Okay, so Lily is here, thankfully. She did want to join me. Do you want to say hello?
Hi.
So, what do you want to talk about, Lils?
Well, I want to talk about, like, life.
Just lean in slightly, because I don't know if it can hear you. You want to talk about life?
Yeah.
What about life?
What you do in the summer holidays when you're with us. What you do, like, normally, like, cooking. What do you normally cook for yourself and the baby?
Right.
Well, for Alessia.
Yeah, we just call her the baby, don't we? So, you want to know what I do when you're at school?
Yeah.
So, usually obviously we get you all ready.
Yeah.
Me and Alessia take you and James to school.
Mhm.
And then we come home.
Mhm.
And she's usually due a nap by then because she'll have been up for a few hours.
Yep.
So I put her in a pram and I take her and the dog for a walk and get her to sleep. And then if she sleeps, I park her up either in the back garden or in the conservatory. And I clean. It's as boring as that. It's not very exciting, is it?
What do you do for, like, tea and dinner for yourself?
So me and Alessia just eats whatever I eat. So I tend to make soup for myself through the week while you're at school, or jack potatoes, or I'm trying to think. Well, we tend to just reheat whatever we've got in, whatever I've made the night before. But we eat a lot of soup, me and Alessia.
Yeah. Sometimes I do.
Yeah, you had tomato soup the other night, didn't you? You liked it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Mummy's homemade tomato soup. Yeah, was it good?
That was brilliant.
It was brilliant. Oh, that's good to hear. What do you do at school?
Well, obviously we get into the class once the bell rings, and we go into class. Sometimes the year threes go into the cloakroom and take their stuff off.
The who?
Year
threes. I thought you said the eartheries. I was like, what?
and I forgot.
The year threes go into the cloakroom.
Yeah, sometimes they come into the classroom with the year fours, and once we've like got all our stuff in the cloakroom, we unpack our waters and our
Sorry, we were just interrupted by Jamesy. Go on, Nels.
So we've obviously unpacked our waters and our reading folders. Sometimes Miss has like a task that we need to do on the board.
What would the task be?
Like either collect out the handwriting books, like book monitors do that.
Yeah.
Or we're just reading.
And does book monitors change all the time, or is it always the same person?
There's 3 children. This time it's me, Felix and
Oh dear.
Noah.
Wait 1 second, Els. There's a lot of noise out there. It'll calm down in just a second. There we go. Right, go on then. Carry on.
After we've...
There's you, who, and who, sorry?
Me, Felix and Noah.
Yeah.
We're book monitors. We only collect 7 books each.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, what is it? Sometimes we, like, do things, like, so if we needed to, like, collect out 3 different books,
Yeah.
I would either collect out the English books, all of them.
Yeah.
Felix would normally collect all of the math books, and then Noah would do, like, collecting the handwriting books.
All right. So you've got, like, your own certain bits to do.
Sort of.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Mm.
It's a good way to stay organised, isn't it?
And then we've got library monitors, pot monitors.
What monitors?
Pot monitors, because we've
Like
got
your paint pots?
No, so...
Oh, your pencil pots?
Yeah.
Oh.
With all of rulers,
Glue
whiteboard
sticks and
pens,
everything, yeah.
glue sticks, rubbers, and normal pencils. And then after that, if it's a Friday, we all, all 3 of us, me, Noah, and Felix.
Yeah.
We would collect in the homework books. I forgot what they were called.
Mm-hmm. You're just like me.
And if it was a Monday, then we would go straight into collective worship in the hall, and then we would come back, get ready, and maybe do some maths, and then it would basically be break time. And then once we were in from break time, we would do English.
Mm-hmm.
And then after English, it would basically be dinner time.
Wow.
And then
you do long
dinner
English
time,
then, don't you?
sometimes we write like a book or learn a paragraph or do do a story map
Wow.
with just pictures.
Oh, well, that sounds fun, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you still love art? Is that still your favourite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except from, I don't think we do art this term.
No, it changed. So your school, I don't know if every school's like this, but your school changes each term. Well, is it each half term?
Each like half term, yeah.
What topics you do? So at the minute, which topics you're doing geography at the minute?
Yeah, like science, geography, like that.
And then other times you'll do history and art. Is that it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. Sometimes, most of the time, year 3 and 4 do French. Sometimes year 5 and 6 do, like, Spanish.
Oh, wow.
Something like that. So, like, each year group, all of Key Stage 2 do, like either French, Spanish, or anything like that.
Oh, wow. What do you do in PSHE?
PSHE.
Yeah.
So we have these little things that are already stuck in our books, and we have to like finish them. And I mostly like to do pictures.
So what are they about? What are you learning about?
Right now, like
Because it's a very big subject.
Dreams and goals.
Dreams and goals, like aspirations.
Yeah, and we had these pictures, and one of them was a person in hospital. One other picture was someone at the top of the mountain going, "Yay!"
All right.
And everything else.
Sorry, it was just the headphone was annoying you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Go on then, you carry on.
So, someone was at the end of a diving board about to jump in. It looked like 15 feet in the air.
Wow.
There was also a picture. I've forgotten the other 2 pictures. There were 6 pictures.
Okay.
You had to put them into like which one would you think was the most terrifying?
Right.
Which one do you think was the best? And which one do you think was the most goal?
So what did you put as most terrifying? Can you remember?
The one in hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one wants to be in hospital,
Because
do
he was lying in a bed with a nurse right next to him.
Yeah, he must have been poorly.
Mhm.
No one wants to be in a hospital, do they?
No.
So, can you remember what you put as, like, the goal? What you would say is, like, the goal?
Someone, like, going, yay!
At the top of the mountain?
Yeah.
What did you put as most exciting?
The one
The
diving in.
Wow. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
So what's your aspirations? Have you decided what your goals are in life? What do you want to do?
Not yet.
No. Well, you're only 8, to be fair.
We're only doing it, like, step by step. So last week we were doing them pictures and writing in our books. I don't know what we're going to do next week.
No.
I have no clue.
No clue. To be fair, I'm nearly 28 and I don't know my goals in life yet. I mean, I want to be a good mummy. And I want to be a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I want... Well, you know what I'm working on, don't you? That the listeners don't know. And I want that to go well.
Mm-hmm.
And you're helping me with it, aren't you? And Auntie Verity helped me with it, didn't
Yeah.
she? She came round and helped me with it.
Mm-hmm.
Daddy's helped me with it. So it's coming on. It's all exciting. I want that to go well.
Yeah, but it's also mainly on your laptop.
It is at the minute,
Yeah.
yes. It is at the minute. There's some notes in some notepads and stuff, isn't there? It's like scattered all around the house, basically, these plans. So what goals do you have in terms of, like, your football or your Sing Stars? What about
Swimming.
Where are you auditioning to perform at?
Disney.
Yeah. So you've been invited to audition to perform in Disneyland Paris, haven't you? That's an aspiration.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Something I want to do in the future, I want to be a great swimmer because they said that I could compete.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else. I want to be a teacher, I want to be a swimmer, I want to be a football player.
You can be all of those things. Of course you can.
Mm-hmm. And I also want to be a singer.
Yeah, do it. I'm a cleaner and a mummy and a podcaster and a wife and... well, I can't say what else I am because it's a secret yet, isn't it?
Yeah. What else? Because I'm the smallest in my class, most people give me things that they've grown out of.
They do. You always get hand-me-down clothes, don't you? It's
Yeah.
great. It's absolutely great.
You don't have to buy anything.
Yeah, it saves us a lot of money. You're always getting, like, shoes and boots and clothes and coats.
Jackets and...
Yeah. Nothing wrong with being the smallest kid. I've always been the
And
smallest.
pants.
You know, when I went out for dinner over Christmas with some of the school mummies, you know how they're all quite tall and I'm quite small. I felt like I looked like a kid, like they were babysitting me when I walked in.
And at school we do
Just lean closer to the microphone, darling.
Sometimes at school we make like so if we were doing RE, like sometimes the adults, like our parents, would come in, and we once
oh, come closer, yeah.
we once made a harp. I made a blue, light and dark blue one, and it's ripping.
Well, I can take a picture of that and put it on the Instagram if you want.
Yeah. It looks sort of like teeth.
I suppose it does a bit, yeah. Yeah.
Because we also learned Jesus played the harp.
I came in on that day, didn't I, when you were making them?
Yeah.
I thought I did. I had Alessia.
You went toilet. Whose grandma was it? Emily's grandma, or mum. She looked after me whilst you went toilet.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had Alessia with me, didn't I?
Yep.
She was a nightmare.
She was walking.
She was causing trouble. She was
Everywhere.
pulling all the pens out, and Miss was like, "Oh, can we put them back?" I was like, "I'm so sorry."
sometimes I think Alessia is a bit funny and a bit naughty.
Yeah, she's
Because, guess what?
she's a 1-year-old. That's what they are.
I was playing with the magnet tiles and she literally went smash.
Yeah, she smashes all of your things down, doesn't she? If you build anything. Yeah.
Sometimes she rips our drawings.
She got hold of my Winnie the Pooh Lego before and just tore it to pieces.
Oh no!
Yeah, she went in the conservatory. I need to put it up higher, really. That's my own fault, but yeah, that's what 1-year-olds do. You wanted a baby sister. You know, when you're laughing silently, just sounds like I'm laughing to myself. You've got new hair, haven't you?
Yep.
It's 3 inches shorter now, isn't it?
I like it.
It's gorgeous, it really suits you, but it makes you look really old. Like a teenager.
And most thing that Mum's mostly likes is candles.
Yeah, so I've got a lot of candles.
Right now on the table she's got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I got a lot of candles for Christmas, didn't I? I think every single person I know bought me a candle. Or 2 or 3.
Because we all know you like candles.
I know, I love them. Absolutely love them. It was what you and James got me from the elf, wasn't it? Your elf sent you out with some money.
£5.
£5.
No.
To get Mummy and Daddy a present. So you
But
got
Mum
Daddy...
and Dad didn't know.
No, we
They
didn't
couldn't
know.
even read the presents. They couldn't even see the elves. They couldn't even see the £5 note.
No, I'm surprised that the shop assistant could see it because I couldn't.
Gaga could.
I know, you've told me. And you went to a shop and you got Daddy white Cadbury chocolate because you know he likes that. And you got me a candle because you know I love them.
First, we got him this screwdriver set, but it was £4.99, and that was way past our limit
So
because
mine
we
would have had a
already
penny.
spent £1 on yours.
£1? Oh, yeah, so you couldn't have afforded it.
No.
You could have maybe asked Daddy for another £1.
Yeah. But we had to stick. I wanted to stay
Well,
on
then
the
you got
budget.
some change, didn't you?
Yeah.
So Gaga let you get some posh chocolates from his shop, didn't he?
Yeah.
So that was good of him.
Dad stole yours too, didn't
Yeah,
he?
today he ate mine. This is what I mean. He's doing my head in, Lils. I keep telling him off, don't I?
Yeah. It's like, ba, ba, ba,
And
ba.
he keeps going, don't know what's up with you.
Don't know. I love how he speaks. He's like, don't know what's up with you.
I know.
Don't know what's up with you.
That's a very good impression of him. I was saying about James and how hard work he is at the minute.
Tempers.
Tempers, that's it. And Alessia's got tempers.
We've all got tempers.
You haven't, yeah, sitting there like an angel. Yeah, you haven't really got... I don't remember the last time you had a temper.
I mean,
just not that
sometimes
type,
when
are
I'm
you?
hungry, I get a bit of a temper.
Yeah, but you
But
like
it's
me.
because I'm hungry.
You're like me, you get hungry. But you're not the type of kid to lose your temper, are you? You're pretty chill.
Except from when James screams in my face. I'm like,
Oh yeah, you do. You get a bit frustrated with him. Pair of you, man. You are always getting frustrated with each other, aren't you?
Yeah.
I've totally forgotten what I was going to say. So you're happy to leave it there then for today? What else did you want to say? Because Mummy needs to wrap it up. We've been recording for 34 minutes.
I wanted to talk about your life.
My life
Yeah.
is not that thrilling, darling.
How busy are you every single day?
Well, this house takes a lot of cleaning.
Because
And
we're
tidying.
in a bigger house.
Yeah, it's a bigger house than we used to be in. Plus, we now have 3 kids instead of 2. So that adds to it.
We've got one baby.
Daddy makes the most mess out of all of you.
And Daddy decided to blame Alessia when he knocked all them little beads.
Yeah, he knocked. Oh, I'm yawning. He knocked the pins out of a pin board, a kid's one that you can make pictures with. He knocked them all out and tried to blame Alessia, even though I'd seen him do it.
I mean, that's a bit dumb.
It's a bit dumb.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Because Dad's dumb.
Oh, wow, I bet he'll love listening to this episode.
Yeah.
It's been me complaining about him and you calling him dumb. Dear me, he's a lot smarter than I am.
And for Christmas Eve, he got Grandpa's slippers.
He did, and he loves them, doesn't he?
Yeah, he got Grandpa's slippers.
Like a silly amount, he adores them. Wears them all the time and says they're like the best things I've ever bought him. Just slippers. They're just $9.99.
They're just slippers?
Yeah.
Daddy, they're just slippers.
Yeah. Well, do you think we should leave it there? Because it is now 3 minutes to 7 on a school night and you need your hair washed because tomorrow as well you're... Oh, thank you. You need a shower because tomorrow you're at the hospital for your EEG. So we're picking you up from school to take you there. So, should we leave it there? You're going to say bye to everybody?
Bye-bye.
Yeah, so that was fun. To be fair, I didn't plan anything with her, so that was quite fun, just to chat. I actually love hearing about what they do at school. I'm one of them mums. I go to every school event and stuff. I think I must come across a bit crazy because I'm at every bloody assembly, to the point where when we went away in December, because we obviously don't go away often, it's usually like one night a year, it had been planned so far in advance and it was their Advent assembly and I cried because I was missing it, so I made my mum and Nana go because I didn't want no one to be there because I'm always there. But yeah, that was nice. So in the next couple of weeks I am having a wellbeing coach come on the podcast, which I'm really excited for. She's called Claire McNulty. I've mentioned her before. She has the Facebook group for people with ADHD. It's called Honestly ADHD, and it is the most supportive and lovely group. It's a private group, so it's totally secure and safe, and if you want to join it, just search Honestly ADHD or Claire McNulty Wellbeing Coach and you'll find it either way. And if you request to join it, I'm sure she'll accept you, or if you want invited to it, let me know and I can invite people to it. She's going to come on, and I've already had one question from a listener, which is lovely, but if you have any questions you'd like to ask her in terms of the things she does, obviously she supports people with mental health, with goals, with sort of anything they need to deal with in life, so say you're not sleeping or you're struggling with anxiety, or I mean she has ADHD herself and I think it's why she sort of set up the group, but she helps with like tips for how to deal with ADHD, because obviously if you're listening to this and you don't have it, you're not going to understand, but it is horrible. You feel like you're a complete outsider. You feel like you're the only person on earth who feels the way you feel, and it's a difficult one to describe, but if you have ADHD or if someone in your family has it, it's probably worth joining that group because it's so supportive and there's a lot of helpful advice on there. But if you have any questions or anything you want to sort of say or ask to Claire, please just email me, mamasgonemad23@gmail.com. I reply to every email, by the way, because I've had a few people message me like on Instagram saying they've emailed me and I've not received them. I will always reply, so I'll always reply on email or the Instagram messages. I try to check them once a day because I don't have notifications on for the Instagram, but I do check it once a day at least. So I'll always reply to every single message and every single email I get because I love getting them. It sometimes just takes me a bit of time, but I will always reply, usually same day as well. So if you have any questions for her at all, please email me or message me. If you know me, it's better if you message me on that Instagram or send me it by an email because it just keeps things in one place. The issue with... So the festive edition episode, I wanted that I had so many more plans for that episode. It was going to be much better than it was. But obviously technical difficulties... I can't speak today. Technical difficulties got in the way, and it wasn't what I'd hoped for. And it was... I think I missed quite a few messages because I received them via WhatsApp, text, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, email, in person, and it was like, I can't... And this is the issue, this is part of my ADHD. I need things to be set in one place. So if they're on either the Instagram or the email, it just makes things easier for me to keep track of. So that would be ideal. But yeah, please do message me with any questions for us. You're so lovely. And we've both said we're going to be absolutely anxiety-ridden on the morning before we record. Because that's the joys of ADHD. You can't focus on anything if you've got something coming up that day. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and that's about all I'm going to say for now. But I hope you're having a lovely New Year. I might do a New Year's resolutions episode actually next week. That would be a good one, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'll see if I get any messages for it. If you had any New Year's resolutions, message me. I know my neighbour was going to do dry January, and then I think me and her had a chat and we agreed life's a bit too short, so she didn't. So I think me and her lasted like 5 or 6 days. Not because we have a drink problem, just because we enjoy wine. But yeah, please just message me with any questions for Claire McNulty, and also if you do have any New Year's resolutions, message me them and I will mention them on the podcast. And if there's anything else you want me to mention on the podcast, just email me, mamasgonemad23@gmail.com, or message me privately on Instagram. Please follow the Instagram as well. That is mamasgonemad_podcast. I'll put both of those in the bio as well. So thank you so much for listening yet again to Mama's Gone Mad.
Mama's gone mad. Mama's gone mad. Mama's gone mad.